What's happening, everybody? Okay, so I'm excited. I was flipping through pictures on the phone, and I came across a tiki drink that I haven't done in a while, which is called the Oaxacan Dead, and it's based on, obviously, or inspired by the Walking Dead TV series. This is not my cocktail. I learned about it reading, I believe it was the Imbibe magazine, and it's out of a bar called Test Pilot in Santa Barbara. And I've done just very, very subtle tweaking to it, not much at all. So I still would say this is very much their drink. But it's really good. It tastes amazing. And I like to double up on it because it's really good, and it's a little bit time consuming to make it. And so instead of making it and having to turn around and make another one, I just make a big tall one and double up on the ingredients for that. So, but we are doing two of them, which means we're going to be like doing a lot. We're going to quadruple this thing today, but it is going to be worth it. So this is so similar to a zombie, right, which is a rum drink that has just a ton of different rums in it. This one is Oaxacan, and Oaxacan is the region that your tequilas and mezcals come out of. And so this is a tequila-based one. It's got tequila, mezcal, and it does have a little bit of rum in it as well. Super fresh, very, very good drink. So let's make it happen, shall we? We just iced a little bit in these. We didn't ice all the way up in it because we're actually going to dump all of this ingredients just straight in with the ice and everything, and that'll just kind of finish it all up. All right, cool. So we're going to start with the Repisado Tequila. You want a Repisado that's got a good bold flavor to it, not too light. Okay. Your typical one is going to be 3/4 ounce, 3/4 ounce, 3/4 ounce. Okay, but since we're doing a double, we're going to go 1.5 ounces. All right. So 3/4 ounce each. It's 1.5 ounces there, and 1.5 ounces here. You're going to have to do the math and count up how many ounces of good stuff we have in these. Okay, we're gonna go with the mezcal next. All right, I love the Sacrificio. To me, it's like the middle of the road, medium on the smoky range of stuff. So I think it's excellent. I really, really like it. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce each on that. So let's go full ounce. And then they call for a Jamaican rum. I really like this Diplomatico one, which is actually from Venezuela. So this is the one that we're going to use. It's just got excellent flavor to it. So good. You smell sugarcane, molasses. It's just amazing. I love it. So this one is 3/4 ounce, 1.5 ounces each here at the cause, because we always step it up a little bit at the cause. Right, there's that. Then we're going to do some Velvet Falernum, which is 1/2 ounce. Velvet Falernum's got clove in it, lime, Clove, lime, gosh, there's vanilla. I mean, it's just, the smells in this are amazing. So we're going to go 1/2 ounce, full ounce each here. It is sweet, but it's just got amazing flavors to it. And it works so well in your tiki drinks. So if this summer, if you're going to be busting out tiki drinks, I highly recommend you grab a bottle of Velvet Falernum because it just works in so many of those drinks. Okay. All right. Now we want to do 3/4 ounce of lime. So we're looking at 1.5 ounces each. So let's get started on this, squeezing these suckers. Pull this out of the way. That was a good one. Let's see what we got next over here. Might have to break open one more lime, we'll see. that's just over an ounce, which I'm happy with that because I don't like mine to be too overly limey. Okay, let's get going on this other one. Definitely gonna have to open up one more lime. That's okay. It's for the love. It's for the love of the drink. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Drop that in there. Okay. Their recipe called for a thing called the Don's Mix, which is actually and I've done this before. If you have time to do it, it is really good. You make your own simple syrup where you actually put cinnamon in there and you kind of render down the cinnamon with the simple syrup. And then you mix that 1-to-1 with grapefruit juice. It's an excellent blend. So, but because we're kind of doing it on the fly, we have this sort of magic ingredient, which is not exactly cinnamon, but it works. Traeger came out with this smoked clove syrup, vanilla and clove syrup, and this works really well with the grapefruit as well. So it's just a good substitute of that if you're not going to take the time to make it. But if you do have the time to make it, definitely do, because it is really good. All right, so in this case, we're going to do 1/4 ounce because the blend would be a 1/2 ounce of that Don's Mix. So we're going to do 1/4 ounce and 1/4 ounce of juice. Again, we're doubling up, so it's going to be a 1/2 ounce of each and 1/2 ounce of each. All right, so first we'll start with the syrup because that's just easy to pour. 1/2. And 1/2. Okay. And then we'll do some grapefruit. Set that over there. And with this stuff, you can take the time also to really squeeze the whole thing and juice it all out and then strain it and get all the pulp out. Or again, if you're doing it on the fly like I am right now, just squeeze it into your jigger. Just measure it as you go. You always yield, these grapefruits always yield a good amount of juice, 1/2 ounce each. If I'm making a bunch of drinks, have a bunch of people over, I'll definitely juice a whole grapefruit, strain it all out, put it in a little thing like this, off to the side, and just have it ready to go, right? And the same thing with the cinnamon. You could add all that together to do the actual Don's Mix. Okay, boom. So we got that going on in there, and then we're just gonna do some grenadine. Okay, and the grenadine is a 1/4 ounce each, so 1/2 and 1/2 here. This gives it a nice color. Go. Right on, and we're just about done. I think we got everything in there. Just double checking my notes because I always have to have my notes. We're gonna do 1 dash of Angostura bitters in each one of these. 1 and 1, and then because I like the flavor, this is not in the original recipe, but I really like using the Peychaud bitters. I think has a good flavor to it, but also has some excellent color, which is gonna help out with this drink too. So we're just gonna go 1, 1. Okay, we're ready to ice these things down, shake them up. If there are any sugar daddies or sugar mamas out there that want to buy me a bigger bar so I'm not dropping bottles all over the place, I wouldn't say no. All right. Make it happen. All right. Go. And these things, we're just gonna garnish them with a fresh mint sprig. Because we have grapefruit in there, I took off a little bit of the rind and we did some little tulips that we just speared through the tulip. And then you could put a maraschino cherry right in the center of that. And then we'll do a little bit of grated cinnamon right on top. Okay. So first, let's get this in there. There it is. One. Yes. And two. Just top it a little bit more ice. Get it. Having your eyes to the top helps hold your garnish up. So, all right. So go ahead and get that one in there. That guy right in there. We already got these little tulips ready to go, so we'll just set those on like that. Okay. And we'll put that cherry right in the center there. And right there. And then we're ready for a little bit of cinnamon. This just sets it off. The smell of this is amazing when you're drinking it. Got cinnamon on there. Yes, there it is. Put a couple straws in. We're ready for drinking. The Oaxacan Dead. These things will knock you out. Absolutely beautiful. They taste amazing. Cheers.